Hello, and welcome back to the next section in ULS 201. This is going to be about how to add assignments. So once you're logged in, it'll bring you here to your welcome page. You're going to want to go to your menu bar, and under your My Accounts, you're going to find Students. So from here, when it pulls up, you'll see all the students who are on your roster, and you'll also be able to see students who are shared to you. So maybe you share teacher, you and another teacher share students. If you departmentalize, you can see those students on here as well. So this is going to be one way that you're going to go ahead and add your assignments. So what you're going to want to do first is you're going to want to select the student who you're working with. And you're going to go, so make sure you're selecting that student, come under here, and you're going to go right to assignments. So this is going to pull up and it's going to allow you to choose a content area. So from here, you'll see everything that's listed in our subscription, okay? So if you want to assign them different unit lessons, you can do that. There are library books that you can assign them based on their level. You can assign them their checkpoints, so their pre and their post test. If they're a student who's pretty independent, you can go ahead and assign them that so they can work on that. You can also assign them benchmark assessments. So as we continue to work on these benchmarks at various points in the year, your students who are fairly independent and can do them by themselves, I will go ahead and assign them to those students. You'll also see some of the classics on here if you're a middle, high, or transition teacher. If you're working in the positivity, you can assign them strategies so they can pull those up and work on those different components. And then there's going to be various things from the News to You, the Joey's Locker, the communication board, anything like that. And then, of course, the L3 skills. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to select benchmarks for today. Okay, under subject, I'm going to choose English Language Arts. And then I'm going to choose one that I think might be good for my student here, and I'm going to work on decoding. So from here, you'll see all of the various benchmarks here that are listed, and you can go ahead and add as many as you want that pertain to that student, okay? So my student is working on the CBC digraphs. I can go ahead and add it for them. Hit next. Okay, so here's where I can either add it to a class from my Planner, so that student will be able to work on that during the class. We're going to go ahead and say it's my class. We're going to go ahead and give that student a start date and then an end date. We will just pick a date here and then select that format for your student. Okay. So that has been added to my student. So if I click on this student now and I go under assignments, you can see all of the assignments that have been added for this student. Okay. So from this page, as well as any assessment results that have been completed, you can also see that there once they complete those assessments. If you need to add more assignments, you're just going to go ahead and click on that tab, select what it is that you want to add for your student. It's summer, so we're going to add that. Okay. If you need to add more than one student, you can definitely choose as many students as it pertains to. Okay. So once you see their assignments here, you'll have a couple different options here. So you can view it, so what it's going to look like for that student. Okay. If you need to edit that assignment, you can go ahead and edit the assignment. Okay, and then you can remove it. You can get the URL so that you can just copy and paste that for that student, or they can begin a new attempt on it. Okay, up here it'll allow you to see that they have 8 assignments and none of them have been started yet. We have 0 in progress.
and we have 0 turned in.
So as they start to turn them in, I'm sorry, they have 11 assignments here. 8 of them have not been started, 0 in progress, and 0 turned in, and 3 other. Okay. As you start to see those assignments get turned in, you'll see this more and more. So that is one way that you can go ahead and add assignments for your students. So again, that's under your student tab. Okay. And all I just went ahead and did, it's like you can either click on the student and add it, or if you go to their little note card, you can also go down in the little steps and add assignments that way as well. The other way that you can add assignments to students, again, is from that My Planner, which is that new feature that we just talked about. And this is very easy as well. So you're just going to add assignments. Okay. Say we're going to work on a library book in history. Find a state book here. Okay, we have North Carolina. We're going to add that. Okay, now once it pops up here, you can select it to all students and it'll populate on their thing, or maybe it'll just pertain to certain students. But again, you can also add assignments through the My Planner. Okay. So this is going to be all about how we're adding assignments to our students and how we can utilize different components of the platform for those students and adding assignments for them.